Hey, Los Blancos fans. Welcome back. Today we've got some absolutely massive breaking news that's going to shake up the transfer market. Nico Williams has finally broken his silence about his Real Madrid future. Milan is making serious moves for not one, but two of our players. And we've got an incredibly emotional story about Luka Modric that will absolutely melt your heart. Before we dive into these game-changing stories, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. And if this video gets you as excited as it got me, smash that like button. Let's get into it. The moment we've all been waiting for has finally arrived. Nico Williams, the 22-year-old Spanish sensation from Athletic Bilbao, has finally spoken out about his future and whether he'll be wearing the famous white jersey next season. And let me tell you, his comments have sent shockwaves through the football world. In an exclusive interview right after Spain's Nations League final, Williams was directly asked about the persistent Real Madrid rumors. His response? Absolutely electrifying. He said, and I quote, "Now I'm going to sit down with my agents and analyze the best option for my future. Real Madrid is a giant club, the ultimate Champions League winners. What player wouldn't want to play for Real Madrid today? They have many footballers who are references for me. I feel honored to know that Real Madrid is interested in me. Let's see what happens in the next few days." This is huge, folks. For months, Williams has remained diplomatically silent about transfer speculation, but now he's openly acknowledging Real Madrid's interest and expressing genuine admiration for the club. The Athletic Bilbao winger has been absolutely phenomenal this season, and according to reliable sources at Marca, Real Madrid considers him a fantastic market opportunity. Here's what makes this even more interesting. Williams has a release clause of approximately 60 million euros. In today's inflated transfer market, that's actually quite reasonable for a player of his caliber and potential. Real Madrid's management sees this as a golden opportunity to secure one of Spain's brightest young talents before his value skyrockets even further. Williams brings exactly what Real Madrid needs: pace, technical ability, versatility across the front line, and that crucial Spanish national team experience. At just 22, he fits perfectly into the club's long-term vision of building around young, world-class talent. Now, let's talk about what's happening on the other side of the transfer equation. AC Milan, under new management with Massimiliano Allegri, is preparing a substantial €20 million offer for Real Madrid midfielder Dani Ceballos. This potential departure is generating significant discussion among Real Madrid supporters, and honestly, it's a story that touches me deeply. Ceballos, who has a contract with Real Madrid until 2027, has found himself in a challenging position over recent seasons. Despite his undeniable technical ability and vast experience in European competitions, he hasn't been able to secure a consistent role in the starting 11. This is where the story becomes particularly interesting with the arrival of Xabi Alonso as our new head coach. While Alonso could potentially offer Ceballos a fresh opportunity to prove his worth, the club is also aware that a solid transfer fee could significantly support their financial planning, especially after recent high-value signings. Milan sees Ceballos as a key piece to balance their midfield. His ball control, game vision, and composure in high-pressure moments make him an attractive proposition for a club looking to rebuild and compete at the highest level. The Italian Giants are particularly impressed with his Champions League experience and his ability to perform on the biggest stages. For Real Madrid, this represents a difficult decision. While €20 million might seem modest in today's market, it represents reasonable value for a player who hasn't been a regular starter. The club needs to weigh the financial benefits against the possible regret of letting go of a technically gifted player who could still contribute significantly. Ceballos has shown glimpses of brilliance throughout his Madrid career, and there's always that question mark about what could have been with more consistent opportunities. And now we come to the story that will absolutely melt the heart of any Real Madrid supporter. The beautiful reason why Luka Modric chose Milan over other potential destinations. This is pure testament to his eternal love for our club. First, let's address the elephant in the room. Seeing Luka Modric in anything other than Real Madrid's pristine white will be incredibly difficult for all of us. This legendary Croatian midfielder has been the heart of our team for over a decade, and his departure marks the end of an era that brought us countless magical moments. But here's the part that will make you respect Modric even more than you already do. According to Marca, one of the main reasons Modric chose Milan is that the Italian club won't be competing in any European competition next season. This means that under no circumstances will Modric have to face Real Madrid on the field. Think about that for a moment. This legend, this absolute icon of our club, cannot even imagine competing against the team that, as he himself says, transformed the boy he was into the man he is. The emotional weight of that statement is overwhelming. Modric's decision isn't just about football. It's about respect, loyalty, and genuine love for Real Madrid. While there were other factors in his choice, following in the footsteps of his Croatian idol Zvonimir Boban, preparing for the 2026 World Cup and seeking regular playing time, this particular reason stands out as pure class. The 39-year-old midfielder is already the most decorated player in Real Madrid's illustrious history. His trophy cabinet is filled with Champions League titles, La Liga victories, and individual accolades. However, he still has a few games with us during the Club World Cup in the United States, giving us precious final moments to appreciate his genius one last time. What makes this even more touching is that Modric was still playing at an incredibly high level. Many supporters and analysts believed he had at least one more season in him, but the club's decision to move in a different direction, while understandable from a business perspective, doesn't make it any less painful. Looking at these three stories together, we can see a clear pattern emerging in Real Madrid's summer strategy. The club is simultaneously looking to bring in young talents like Nico Williams, while making difficult decisions about experienced players like Ceballos and Modric. The potential signing of Williams for €60 million, combined with the possible departures of Ceballos and Modric, suggests that Real Madrid is committed to a youth-focused rebuild while maintaining their competitive edge. This approach has served the club well in the past, with young signings developing into world-class players. From a tactical and strategic perspective, these moves make complete sense for Real Madrid's long-term vision. The club has always prided itself on being ahead of the curve in identifying and developing young talent. Nico Williams represents exactly the type of signing that could define Real Madrid's next decade. From a tactical standpoint, these potential moves showcase Real Madrid's sophisticated approach to squad management. The club is masterfully balancing immediate needs with long-term planning. Williams would bring that explosive pace and direct style that modern football demands, while his versatility allows him to play across the front line, something that's invaluable in today's game where tactical flexibility is crucial. His Spanish nationality also helps with squad registration rules. The Ceballos situation demonstrates the harsh realities of elite football. Despite his technical qualities, consistency and adaptation to the coach's specific requirements are paramount. €20 million might seem modest, but it's smart business for a player who isn't in the first-team plans. As for Modric, this transition represents perfect succession planning. Rather than clinging to legends past their peak, Real Madrid is facilitating a graceful exit while bringing in fresh energy. The fact that Modric chose to avoid facing his beloved club speaks volumes about the culture and values Real Madrid instills in its players. These decisions collectively demonstrate a club that isn't afraid to make bold moves while respecting its history and values. What an incredible day of Real Madrid news, Los Blancos fans! We've covered Nico Williams' honest and exciting comments about potentially joining our beloved club, Milan's serious pursuit of Dani Ceballos with their €20 million offer, and the absolutely moving reason behind Luka Modric's choice for Milan. These stories show us a club in transition, making difficult but necessary decisions, always with an eye on the future. Williams's potential arrival, Ceballos' possible departure, and Modric's emotional farewell paint a picture of Real Madrid's continuous evolution. What do you think about these developments? Should Real Madrid go all in for Nico Williams? You miss seeing Ceballos in white? And how do you feel about Modric's departure? Leave your opinions in the comments below.